Other form is sama wakaba ediba Bryt extra. So me da si bebre se waje bre na wo ba beje brem bre na wo ne me atwetwe nkomo ewo eye me first interview a me de bro ene onipa me ne ba betwetwe nkomo eye the hip life duo na ye from Nkasei wo mu ye two enuanu mienu omo bomu emayen some of the biggest hits in Ghana way back in the years na enyum ba ko abesi na ye bo a wo be kai pa if it's your bottom, the capital town age, and so kai sanyum no, and near monkey chop banana, a dorsum, and you need dorsum. Last one, Major, Quacobo Brana, Fain or Wasaba. It's no, many never train come on, may introduce you to me guest and ne, many no a barber train come on. Although, you who watch it.
Ah, Mr. Mafimo pa.
We are sure.
Oh, of course. We
are just a pa.
Ah,
how many years in?
I think say Yako 15 or
15 years.
Kind of, yeah, 2007, so 14. Yeah.
It's no way. So during all that time in an way.
Cause say UK kakra.
Compare pounds.
Oh yeah. Chuchin kuku mu ye de be na de minimum adwuma ya bibi.
Wow. Enti uni wunyani na mo call yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Enti say that's where you live now. Enti no ba Ghana be trying na wasa ko and I said what is it like?
Sana net here.
Right.
But I've done it. Say me na me di wa na door so sene.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And to say the wabet na ha.
Obetumi akanisa, yes.
Men kanisa na say metumi akanisa.
Oh, because season in a determine. Also, for example, say na nyum fofo abane de na say mumpe me ne mutinem. But e wo mu ana say bia o say me yira kakra kope bibi bar in terms of new music because the men when he say ebi eya na wo se environment nim kosua bibi kakra
right
esan se enyum no eya na de mesua hu ni se enye tachata platform etumi de ensem man kran share ne ade de ba intino office system ni mu a kosua bibi foforo na se konya deeper connection with the divine utumi de nyoma kakra nyoma papa eba
okay
and ti be me film and that's the reason for it yeah
tonight is all refresh you me
kan ona atibo for they say oh be say me me one word nam the answer
now the answer would you say no so contributed to within our son from Naakay to Afro Yesus
well Naakay ni there my sister Ding, but Naakay still lives. Naakay still exists because Nkasei still exists. So,
right.
Group no Ngui. Ngui. Ntimo yebetu tiabodom na mam, yebetu monkey chop banana na mam. Mini ano. But Afro Yesus has been through. It's just Naakay who has been through a lot in life.
Right.
Experience, to put it in small words, near death experience, and I say. My perspective in life asesa enti some message na me kuta no into me entna Nkasei ana Naakay setting nim
okay
enti that's why the Afro Yesus is there
okay
but
then me tia say me wono me ye ka say Afro basically African
yeah.
The Afrique sort of thing. But then the Jesus now the other count. I don't want to interpret it for you. Me sure so what meaning.
Start.
Me there be me. When I would do din, our brand do din. Me there start.
Also me who wanna move so be sharp. It person me tell you.
I want to understand from your perspective.
Why
the name Afro Yesus? If she didn't meet him honestly. She didn't meet him about the Jesus. Me na me come true.
So Jesus, the enlightened one.
Right.
Me can say obi be fi say bia me kan yo mahuhu bia na nimpa bia no obo ade no de han adua nimpa mu.
Right.
Na unhunu sa han na ewo mu na afi no udane obi a wo hwehwe ompai bo anu emuaye wo mu
Oshisha umpai bo anu muaye ewo
mu
okay
ohunu sa na ni nche se wahunu na when answers nyina.
Right.
But then you know say sa nyame ben me ebe me send na me nim no. So you become an enlightened individual. So that's what that Jesus or the flies in the kaka.
All right. Yeah. So now o can be say it is a life experience that you've had that has led to you from Naakay to Afro Yesus, but then the Naakay still exists, like you rightly said, in the brand Nkasei.
Yeah.
But then with the new message now, who was to say you can't let that message sit in that brand Nkasei. It has to go outside the brand. Absolutely,
and that is apart from that.
Right.
Excellent said. Apart from that, Yesus is the higher version of Naakay.
Okay.
And that is who I am now. So sometimes even yenante dano Naakay.
Right.
My lower vibration self will show up. For example, and your my via as say me bufu or home, me bufu, me can say me as say me can.
Right.
But the Afro Yesus is enlightened to or more abotre tinimpa se edonimpa inti Afro Yesus is not just an entertainer.
Right.
He's not just a
person. Can I say that?
He's a higher version of myself.
Okay.
He's a higher version of who Isaac Mensah is, who Naakay is, who Nkasei.
So would you say that this higher version is more discerning, kind?
Oh, yeah.
Is it? Oh yeah, me bro funny about too much.
One influ.
So you would say this higher version of yourself, is much more discerning than an Naakay that people know.
100%.
Right. So now let me understand this. What was that life, near-death experience you had that gave you this revelation?
So, Anas, ni baby I will be an Mr. Anas Aremeyaw Anas, ya epenia oti kromo a oye adwuma kese. Na netie ni say not because of the type of adwuma oye nti I can't say too much about our relationship.
Right,
We've been friends for a long time. Now Ekobani said I went through depression for some time. To cut the story short, so that we don't give too much details and might disturb someone at home. Right. But make a way no obia uwa haubia oko haumu Africa mema yenkasa. Ghana mema yenkasa. O bre o konso bi mu eni obi nkasa kasaboa. But back to my story no. I went through depression for roughly about 6 months, but for 3 months, the latter 3 months, I was in the room. Wow. I wouldn't move. I was just there. My wife did the best she could do. People around me did the best, but I was just way gone. And they copy me and say, "You say you go." Can't say me jai say na uchi try tia. Can me be say me tia say. You know this will make me more attracted to the new name. So let me understand the story. I see how crowded and I own him. Tiakoban said, I had decided say I will end it all. Right. Tina make a foot train, but now I'm person met in a seat in person Gina's train in him. Now I'm in a quasamando. Wow. Yeah, so he has suicidal thoughts. Yeah. Right. So I was. It's an interesting story, but when we na kauma me who say sa nyame ben in pampa. I was stood just on the train platform and my phone rang, and it was Anas. Now the TN said abrochire no mental health system near very good. Right. But ya no pampa eyisu kakra. But I don't know where he found the words he spoke. He was very blunt, very understanding, but the words he spoke was as if as will be a so more or so like sorry kind of thing. Before many beba me who madane me ho amenanti me kofi. So ade achi na your bomobo aban no amane and number 5 me call hospital me call share hospital for 3 weeks. Right. Now in the hospital no and ntiase bi ba and started understanding things a lot more. Na the I discovered myself. I discovered who I believe who God really created me to be.
Right.
So the name there is to provoke this kind of conversation. But that's who I call that person.
Right.
The black enlightened one, or the black Jesus, if you want to be controversial.
Okay, yeah, Afro.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you mind sharing the story. What led to that depression? What made you slip into depression?
I'll say something before I answer that directly. In the hospital, I was hearing this voice. You can't save anybody. When I say I was hearing it, it was I can't explain it. I said, so I went to Google to type it. You can't save anybody, and I'm discover young American video or added to Facebook.
Right.
It had about 36, it was 336 views. So any video popular.
Popular.
But that message spoke to me so it was just a gift for me.
It was like it was directed as a
yes. Yes. Until the way so make say make sure so what you're doing is right. If it is your calling, stay on it. Don't shift for numbers. Don't shift for numbers. Stay on your calling. Into video you are making, na papa no explain bibi say ono no onyi ni se obetumi asave you bia. De onim se obetumi aye ama aboa na brabo no e na oye. Na oye na empuntuo ba na brabo mu a na se inspire wa.
Na te se wotumi age wo kwan bi so.
Ontumi nje, but that's all he can do.
Right.
He can't change you. He can't. And say, I'm the type of person I find my joy in people's success.
Right.
When I contribute to in any shape, maybe assembly I'm a car, yes, it could be I'm a man, me kwanje be I'm a koja. I progress here me fair.
Right.
You understand? So the mistake I was doing is I thought, just investing money in people and supporting people and was the way to do it. But I realized that was not true because a beju sad time. Now, I was some weeks me about 80 hours, had no time for myself, family, me jisika krata idea me in Paboa £200 make me the man we are betting me the aton bro.
So you were not taking care of yourself.
No, my
you were giving out of an empty cup there.
Hey,
is that it,
sister? You were giving out of an empty cup.
Right.
You need to be full and let your overflow bless people. You are deep.
Right. That's it.
And that was what I was doing. So I was dry, and the bibiani dry. I would time it, and so that was what happened to me.
Right. Right, that made you slip into that mood of depression, just like that. Because
life wasn't interesting anymore. Life became like a chore.
But was there a situation where these people that you invested in, and Nkasei will contributed to your life in any shape or form? No, did they end up betraying you or what?
No.
Okay.
No. And I still, to be honest, I am the one to be blamed. So, for example, Mamima, one example, I was speaking to one who said, one that I support, and was saying, was complaining at the point in time, say, Ejuma me no, akituane blah 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 blah. And I'm somebody, I'm imagine, because I don't like talking about problems too much. What's the solution? Let's find solution and let's get on with it. So me tea in the and I was like, okay, that's okay, that's good. I guess I'll pay BB pie. Intimate page one from Mawana or say Debbie. So mistake I remember and say I thought so be obe complain be no chese e be ope brabiabo. No. Some people are happy with poverty.
Right.
Because when I'm poor, then you can have mercy on me. Like people, not everybody. I'm not speaking about just anybody.
So more circumstance that
absolutely.
They will transform their life.
Baby or
no, correct.
You understand? Because I've been poor before, so I can't just say hey, the otina on the pen bobi wa ne pa
right
send the bear
send the obi be chana de
okay guy sebi de na dwen aye yi kakra yi ye na boss otia ye obi a dwen aye yi kakra just dey be there more
oh ye na as say that ka ha de na ye depressed ne na mu
onye depression
obi a dwen yi kakra
na oh, guy be no era so say mona mo ble
yeah.
There's depth in that statement. There's depth in that statement.
Right.
Some people intentionally decide
to live like
to
that,
occupy a miserable space just so they don't get tired. If I put myself in the place where I'm poor, you will go and work hard, no be home, no be mommy.
Right.
Meanwhile, so this is where I take this issue very seriously. I've given money to people. Okay, Nkasei can't be brave, right. Where there hasn't been gratitude, where there hasn't been like appreciation one day, that's a problem. But about 10% of that same money that I give to that person, you give to another person 2 years' time, not the IBB. Oh, I'm so grateful. Hardworking people seem to be usually are very, very grateful.
Yeah.
And these are people, as a nation, we've got to look and invest in. But I've now come to believe in selfless giving.
Right.
Say, member mao na wabomi dimpa. Nemo me mao na wabrabo na kuyi. Nti me hwe na say umobra pa bia na for example ye Bema where we university we fie 5 years umpa adwuma bia anye o ma mete accommodate no na obetina me bia me nam ka say me mao bibia accommodate okra me hwe mo wawu.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah,
because meti amaton kerosene, maton ice water rubber, maswabe etching, my issue shine. So if you are a university graduate, you've been through education and have the brains to think.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
If you're not willing, and I mean, you see me celebrate, me winning don't mean anything to me.
Right.
If I have to go and drive a taxi, if I was to go and swab baby to look after my family, I'll do.
But I think, we are not veering off the conversation, but I think, and also about a problem these days. Now, you say a lot of the celebrities, both old and new school, recently, Kumi Guitar, essay about 98% of Ghanaian musicians are likely to go broke. They are just at the money ohiano. I say a thin line be any wo omontem. So now Nami Busami who say, so what is it? Is it that we try to paint this image to the public? Say BBI okay, like you're saying, you are celebrity, people know you. When next year who says unam kwa wuchi taxi no. Obviously, people are going to ask questions, because we live in a society where the moment you start coming on TV and stuff, you feel had the okoha.
Yeah.
Say. So how do people that are celebrated, people that are popular, how do they make a year timemufo? And I say the public understands that we are just like you people. We are just lucky to have the light on us.
It's not the fault of people.
Right.
It's the fault of self. Me no better na me ka say I don't blame Omoana me bo no. Growth starts from taking responsibility.
Right.
Sister, I have me no. Many guy na all construction. There's no difference. Money here you. So then don't let the light lie to you. If you do that, you become a slave to the people you are serving. That's all there is to it. And then feel say Messi Abontia Koto Wachena me boys at Tennessee. That's what I'll do. It's my life, it's my gift. I decide what I'll do with it. And to me, Nkasei Nkasei me celebrating tina comedy. Me yerintino mean to me. Oh, dear Makaya for the Etienne say where I am mentally no. Namia Dumintin, I don't think say be here me that. I don't think possible.
Right.
But I don't think so. By no crown esia obeba betum wo malata marketer meton abe kama for our camera no crew now, but that is not going to change what I do.
Right.
My priority is my priority. Sister no mo bo wudin ekosisen. Don't let that thing fool you. However, I can understand them too. The industry hasn't got structures. They're too it's just a tip of an iceberg. So the sun can yeah.
Well, what I land me Ghana here na mtiu. Wa go tena eyi abrofufu okrum. Ntu na ate brofu.
Mane na da abrofu no kwa mom kasa na ju ba bia emfa. Mane na da. Ghana 40 brofu pa tell you. Mane na da. We're great people. Ghanaians are awesome people. We just need to find that strength within us and use it. So the industry has a problem. We haven't got structures. Okay. Intino yeah, for example, Sikano, royalty say me my born 21 years still your born minimum radio so tia bodom me my ya minti ye cry 10 times me
what but who royalty wunyai
Shirley no royalties no any zero. So we need to put structures in place.
Right.
But I'm one person, so I tend not to want to criticize people.
Right.
So in terms of that, what I have with my team together thought to do is to set up a record label. The record label is already done. Bliss and Giggles Factory. And hope to do things. We're going to learn. It won't be perfect. We're going to learn, work with people like yourself, and try and build a record label that hopefully will be an example. But saying that, kudos to Richie. Is it Richie Mensah? Yeah. I believe he's doing very well with his boys, Kiddy and
Kwame. Right.
And hopefully, with things like that popping up, that problem can be solved.
It's quite sad, but my personal opinion, I feel like the musicians that are supposed to be beneficiaries of these institutions and structures you're talking about, some may be pushing, but others are not pushing to ensure that those structures are put in place.
I know I'm a team. I've been on radio stations, a few, and I've spoken, and every day I'm learning. Every day I'm checking how I can be better. And because stations, I joined in the complaint process, but upon reflection, I'm too me for. Near complaining and saying. So we are looking at providing solutions and examples. So at the moment, we are not really interested in who has done what or hasn't done wrong. Because I've been in the industry for 21 years.
Right.
So Sebibin Koya, which we have contributed to because me both here about them because let me show here that future. But I could have, like Reggie Rockstone, sacrificed and showed us that the hip life thing is possible.
Right.
I could have also built a record label and signed people. So me person may blame me way na way, but way they may blame more. Is it cause girls them Gamro there and there. Misikano, fitu abodom.
Say. Nkasei.
They don't remember me biano. Mummy be and start baby. Mama, my boss, Mohammed Khan, were chase you or more near there. Still, yen san cash. And my name is Brian, yen san cash. It's not.
And Tiobodom was one of the biggest songs. I mean, among the controversies in fact, Tiobodom who buy the suits and all of that. It was one of the biggest songs here in Ghana.
Yeah. So to sit here and say, minya royalties behind it, it means
it's a big problem.
It's yeah. Dear me, Nina, they were canning I collect, very collect, pa. Dear, mean to me, but de misuma pane minu anom na sebi omo ndwane se me and they still certain because me dey na me can Gary Kra Mary
right
and the medi there is not bad but some of our brothers and sisters I think me be but my dream calculation in the term say might be going through a lot so we've got to see how we can fix it how we can fix it but again now goes back to self. Start from self and then
you build it from there. We'll be going for a quick commercial break, but then before then, na me pesi e katio bodom ho asem kaka, which is obviously one of the songs that we know you and your brother for.
Kofan semba bebre.
Oh, me nkofan bebre. Say ne waka, but me pesi me busa say, at what point now realize say enyumo amaye e ho risk ni ade no edoso. At what point?
Yeah, Kumasi Kobo program be something I've already shared, and then someone nearly knifed us.
Wow.
I'll say me and Obiana, you know, I was almost married. So 2006, I think, it was just a few months to get married. My girlfriend then, who's now my wife,
right.
Was pregnant as well with our firstborn. And so you look at all these things you sort of want to. And I remember I'm so brepa. Before me, my mother lost 3 children. My mother has buried 2. I think is it 1 husband? Yeah, 1 husband. So she's dear to my heart. So I'm always thinking about making sure she's not in kakra me idea about. So if I'm not there, then what happens? So 2006, me catch me bro and say you koyuki kobo show be. And when I got there, I did my research and check. He said, you know, what can I do here? What can I do here?
That's in the UK.
In the UK.
Right.
Tie baba kunam catch and say boss. Yeah, call back Koboye next show now because we had signed a show for 2007. So I called me ko join me ko join British and he laughed. But called 2007 he was surprised as I said I did.
You did that.
Yeah, as I said,
so would you say sir I said the threat on your life no and so can who be crying a mouth call landing why you wajin say baby
Eno kaho, but then yet the most significant.
Right.
I've got to be honest because again, you're babium. So, and you buy and it was as if still it wasn't dead. So, a kaho. But the main thing I was worried about my future as an artist, and I keep it's something I've shared. Said I shouldn't have just looked at myself and my family. It's important to care about, but it helps to broaden your scope and look at your community as a whole. Because we build together. We all connected in a way, you know. So, and you know, I feel so Ebianka Chiabodom Sikana Yinya, you know, with the knowledge I had in Susuno, you know, if we had set up and signed these young boys and so on and so forth. It would have been better, but yet I still don't regret it because
it's never too late.
You know,
right?
It's never too late. That's number one. That's why Bliss and Giggles Factory is being born. And apart from that, so Sister Bia Michiano, sorry, Sister Mire Fielding, Michiano, one of the competitors, so Mimboni Ding.
Right.
Etu me for say bra one konsuswa. Kadi unim nenu unim.
Right.
And you know. The ABCBI there, yeah.
Many a year Naakay of Nkasei fame, as you say, your friend of Afro Yesus, and I'm in no etching como. Young Connie and Kojiabwa from Krato, Nasi Eba. We'll come and focus more on Afro Yesus, what he has for us now, what he's bringing to Ghanaians now. Is he still bringing the same old flavor, or there's something new? I'll be right back. Do stay tuned. Under 4 ya kwachi abua for nkrato aba ene nkomo aye di no emu erem emu do enti unwen waso na se wosu wutie bi na wo fa bi e de ka wonyansa kakra wonim ne nso ho e de bɔ bra e beboa wo Many a Afro Yesus and a etching como. Naakay, I will feel the group Nkasei. To say introduction, I think.
Pa, best be try by 2-3 years.
Of course. Say nipa be hununa ebe ka nipa ho a to betwa. Na yabo nkomo ni mu no, ya twetwe nkomo aba be tre de eba ya say within Naakay no, wo de abo Afro Yesus. We've talked about what led you into that depression. We've talked about how you came up with the name. Now let's talk about some of the attacks or the spiritual attacks that you had in that process or in that period of your life, you know.
I think so. You're referring to my spiritual experience that I have. It wasn't necessarily
an attack. It was an experience.
An experience. Right? So said they're not yet born common and I will come here some. So my the simple way to say I'm a thinking person. My mind is always thinking. So if I don't find something to focus on, it becomes an issue. But growing up, before I say this, me buobia religion and the uwumbia na office boa, please continue and do. But na Christosum na me mama introducing me to no, I found it very, very difficult to.
That's a normal Christosum.
Yeah, Christosum no. Right. I found it very, very difficult to settle in. So, for example, Osinyame woho, Mama Bible, Misakra, me to maybe say questions like, what was the one of some of the, okay,
it's not me the same.
And they said Mary, but Bakwana me tell bisa, Nyankopon bo Adam ni Eve, and wo set ne, no set, Cain ni Abel. Okay, thank you, Mr. Kamala man. We didn't call the same boss.
Ernest.
Bryt, we're sharp. Cain ni Abel, entino, Anas Aremeyaw and Nkasei.
Right.
If there were two men, what did they do? Gay,
right.
Yes. So I'm that type of person.
You always want to understand.
I want to know and understand. But yes, your culture no. Say akwala bisa someone. Not just umuade.
That's true.
And that's something I was say you address it as on mine. Into Bema, I had more questions
to ask,
but there was nobody to ask. And I'm quite sorry. So I normally be what me who na many new. Into money by me. So I kept trying to research, but I realized that the more I research, because I felt say knowing your creator, knowing the truth about your source is an integral part of your life.
Right.
So I had a lot of questions, not enough answers. And at some point in time, they began disturbing my mind. Until 2012, I was reading the Bible a lot, saw scriptures about slavery and how it encourages slavery. Then I came out of it and back and forth. Into 2017. So that time, not more transport company, but me, I made driving lorry. Right. January, made driving lorry na. And I hit me, say, na sanyame wo ho ampa de a ense se na hwehwe denisa entino ade na me pe answer bi fini ho a me kwako bisa obi. And January 2017 the answer I had was the answer you seek is within you. So from January to March, sister, the peace I experienced in life, it was as if I was floating. Nothing on this earth mattered to me, whether I have this or not. To say so heaven be baby, I believe said that 3 months I was in it. Now, because it was a spiritual experience,
right,
and I was used to Christianity, I fell back into it and it equated my experience with that. But then later on I found out that wasn't it. That was in it. And emun samne de no muno ne bebon komo later. But the me mesua say o nyame na wo hwehwe no ne obo wo no otiwa wo mu. Enti se ube pe kwan bi enya din bi etie wa ho a na wanti wani bre o selfishness ne ade you discovered God within you. Yeah.
So would you say you know you say you are not for say I'm not talking about you thinking for everybody in general, but you personally, you know, say be a be sorry them wo bompire utia tight, you know, all the things that we are used to as Christians. So Christo need the enisa o shasuma de o Christo need the enisa obawaso, and you know all these things that generally, you know, you're trying as a Christopher.
Yeah.
Would you say now you are not for that?
I'm not for nor against anyone.
Right.
I believe so. We are all connected. Black, white, blue, green. We are all connected and we are all one. What divides us is language. Obika chi, obika fante. And brofini chi ni kura ye kan neno. Asembi owo utirimuni wakoma mua. Ebipie wanon soa edane.
Right.
I believe in living as a community. I believe in love. I don't necessarily associate with the old kind of tight in sorry call any idea. I mean, we are sorry. The share ye bon common yankopon ya bonya midin or do there's connection. You can feel that we're learning from each other. Yeah, this is enough. I don't pay tight. I think some me the be invested in obi. That's my tithe if there's anything like that. But I don't do church. I don't do tithe.
I think we share the same values anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I also live by that principle.
Yeah.
But
also to emphasize, say eno na dia wo ye a ebo obi ano to aso. Now yeah.
Okay, now let's talk about Afro Yesus. So what's the brand about? Now you've told us that yes, it's the light in man. So light in a black man. Now let's focus because I've seen T-shirts branded and all of that.
Some be fast brand manager. Light in a black man. Wow.
So let's see what is the brand supposed to mean to Ghanaians? Since say Ghana ni bi nam no hu so bi a T-shirt ayatro Afro Yesus. A DN message now we say we communicate. What's the brand about?
The message I myself am learning.
All right.
But the key, if there's any word to describe the message I carry, is love, joy, and laughter. I say, this is a new day, and I feel like I've won the lotto. Let's have a party non-stop.
Right.
So, so the brand is just music, or the brand is just a platform I put my message on. What can we do? What can I do as a person to better myself? How can I be a better human being? What can we do? It doesn't have to be 10, 20. What can we do if it's two of us to be a good community? If it's husband and wife, what can we do? So it's about that. It's about joy, laughter. So say nentisa first me pe fame be anan me famous nyame nimi tino me famous mean to be my popular you know mean to me me so that cry be my Michael Jackson ni Bob Marley bon komo ka say Afro Yesus chen obi a o na me cho no it sounds say I have come to recognize that God knowing you is the most famous you can become. Self-love, God's love, the biggest love. I listened to a preacher, Mimfa Adewintum. He's a Christian preacher, Murefi Papanidi. I say, the day you discover God's love for you, your life will change drastically. And I heard it about 6-7 years ago.
I think that should be a Nigerian pastor. Was he an African?
Oka Abel Damina, I think. Abel Damina, I think, is inspired. What Abel Damina is preaching now was inspired by that man, Murefi Nidi. My team preaching about 1,000 hours in tea. But if you discover God's love for you, your life will change. So all I said with Bob Marley was a joke. I don't feel that I'm better than anyone. No. I don't feel any other human being is higher than me, nor lower than me. I feel we are all equal, and equity is what I believe in. Justice.
Right.
You know, a Q also could be a QB. I believe in these simple things. And that is what I put in my music.
In your song.
Yeah, that is.
So now the new songs that you'll be bringing out from the brand Afro Yesus will be no over kind of say a bit preachy or do any nyamiasem. And I say
I mean
because
many for my boy, just so we are clear now.
Right.
Confront Kofi say me could jina flowers one of my you say I don't want people to
but just say gospel no me jai say you.
Mo call me name.
She say the na your ko say me your live productions near the auditorium productions say the flowers in the
so but for example enana bra mo be die to ne bafo. Majimani matamfo atemi nkom obi ye na dia ye kom na share esan so be friend nyame na wunyina hobi. Relax, enjoy yourself. So make us say na me bro mo bi de to ni bafo. After all that I've said, someone will think, why is he saying that? Whatever situation you are in, no matter how deep or dark it is, pause. Enjoy yourself.
Right.
To party. Through invitation cards.
Party is can you savings and lose.
Oh, yeah, take the American. Invitation cards bear 10. Ning na through dingusu na invite wow.
Right.
Nothing as a peka cry eduani na di. Maukra.
Right.
Not to are watching. If I have any message in the next 21 years, that is it. Happy yourself. Ma weninje. So sorry anopa. Na wonkwa. Na wanhodia. Ma weninje. Ma weninje. That's the message I have here. Yeah.
So that means say enyum dodo na ebe ba na ebe ye futu enyum. But mainly no abrabo no enye atete ne ohaw. Eni adwene. Wo be dwen akosi say den ya o problem no adwen na wo dwene no.
And I told they be cry, but some bonyum binyan same be enim, but it will be that you stand up and dance like you are a mad person.
That is it.
Happy yourself.
And who here? Any journey dear who here? But let me ask you this: are you looking to feature any of these new artists now, recently?
I write what comes to me.
Right.
And I like for things to happen naturally.
Okay.
And to say kobani sana happen naturally, organically. That's fine. But I'm not at the moment. 25 songs on the album, no crying so me. And you know, but my team wants me to feature people, but we're working on it. But I don't have plans to at the moment.
So this album in particular is also called Afro Yesus, or you have another name for a special name?
The album is called Gratitude.
Right.
But the artist name is Afro Yesus.
Afro Yesus. So this new album has 25 songs. Hey, how many years now they try?
Oh, so saying that today be a 1 week at Tronium for we
and you
connection. Yeah.
So what's the lead song on that album that you're really promoting?
At the moment, no, party non-stop and
right.
Yeah.
Right, and then as you say, more promoting. So is it available on all the digital platforms? And
you
have
all the digital platform. If you type Afro Yesus, Afro Yesus, party on top.
Right.
It's everywhere. Boomplay is not there yet.
It's not there.
Yeah, but it will be there soon. Okay. But apart from that, so
it's on Apple Music, Spotify, Audiomack, I believe, and the other ones. So on social media, so you see a follower. How do we get to you?
Handle me at Afro Yesus.
Okay.
One word, all one word.
Nini na album.
That's all right.
Mate. Party non-stop. Si say die. So ni say. Abrabono areho bebrebe na mfa nkosi hwe a wo de kwana kotie nyum no na wankasa nso fa wafutu sem efiri mu because adwendwene bebrebe anya no na de sika be hye obotom sika de hu hia na mum obi na ka na asem bi say from now to December de sika bi amenye bi na enjoyment. Don't worry about my future. My future can wait. But obo hu modern na wo so make it time ama wo hu ene wabusua enu hia na eya na enije eya na ye kan krofo feel say enije ane say bia obeton san na wo ye party na debi enije no ye wo mu ahodro bebre ana mebo
absolutely one o medi agro crowd feel it's amazing
just take time to appreciate life. I think say in all no say be kan na many Afro Yesus and Achichin come on the latest album Odiaba a gratitude. We have 1 up to 25 songs on that album now. Near Dimwa Kotene pa a party non-stop and no our digital platform be so apart from Boomplay no okwa wo benye bi na wa share wo pese follow no so our social media Afro Yesus on all the social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter,
everywhere.
Baby, I mean sure say TikTok dey ho.
Ye beba ho. Ye Marco cry you be ko baby ya. Ye beba.
Obi an Nkasei wa ba ko kra.
Oh, say at the end to the be a guilt in the casa. And the album this will be now working on it. It's due out I think it's the 22nd August 2022, isn't it? Yeah.
22nd August. So the album is in process.
Then what
is out now is
Party Non-Stop. Okay. Yeah. And we go party non-stop. Oh, sister, Mara, watch you. Party non-stop is out. Go check it out on all the digital platforms. But answer no be kono so mebo ama wetie. But before I be kono, a year will final words are over for fans and your followers. And your obi and wetie wa watching in crime. What will be the final words you have for them? Appreciate your life. You know, Mishana na mami edidi otimika se shemuna di na duane ya udi obiti abanso kram onye bindi. Now I didn't understand until I realized say ebi wa duane na wudi na chen ba reho ntumi ndi ebi su kwa wa na health ntino ti se ya nyam ne apompe aguni mu ti sa wo sori na wo nkwande a ma wani nye na sa ni je ni kra no ene na masika ne ba o so wani je na adwe ni da form plans ba efofa ti me de me kan se ma wani nye
right
ma wani nye
neja awrehodi party non-stop no ene me di beja wo kwan nti wo so tie ne fa bi twa wo na ase me da me ho aba me ba me next guest ba be come ho me da se say na ba
yesu me da se pa nyamishira
Afro Yesus. I like the name, freaks me out.
Thank you.
But what do you think?
Very good bad guy.